Hello, people. So sorry. I apologize for all the technical errors. Yes, happy belated birthday to Dr. Heidi Usosta. She's an amazing young lady. And I don't know if anyone can help me so that we can prevent this in happening again, subsequent episode. Every time I want to stream live on Facebook, it shows I don't have permission. I had tried working it during the week. I streamed live normally. And whenever I want to go live again on Zoom, it still shows me I don't have permission to do that. And I don't know what is causing that. So in case you have any ideas that can help, you could just probably private chat me later. But we're just going to go and start. And it's already streamed live on the co-host page. So she will drop the link for everyone to get it. I'm a little not really happy about that, but we have to continue. And you know, we're not the owner of technical Nigerian network. Okay, so today we have two amazing doctors here who would be sharing with us amazing products. They will be taking the Cordyceps series, they'll be taking the Roland, they'll be taking the Libo and other 9 series. So, but before I go down, let me start with why do we have this program? This program is basically meant to help educate every member in Longrich, every prospect in Longrich about the need for the Longrich product. And we should not just be people that are just using the product without having the right knowledge, without educating our prospect toxic information that will send them out of the world fast. So the whole idea is, you know your product, you have confidence, but what you talk about your product, and you are educated. You're not the regular network marketer out there, but you're an educated network marketer, an educated entrepreneur, but you are not also taking the position of a medical doctor, because that is not who you are. You are into a business, and the product is amazing. So that is why we started this show. This show is going to be happening every Friday for the whole September, and it's going to be happening first week of September. We're going to have at least the final episode for now. Then the first 2 episodes are streamed live on YouTube at Dr. Esther Udotai. So you could go down there, but I'm going to post the link here for you. So you could go watch episode 1 and episode 2. And when you are there, don't forget to subscribe, because I have sweet juice for you over there. So let's get over to our guests for today. Now, our guests for today are all male. All male, and and it's so beautiful. And it's so beautiful to have all male streaming. It's so beautiful to have all male live today with us. So we are going to be introducing our very first guest. I hope they are here. I know they are here. So let's start with introducing Dr. Clifford. I know he's here, so he's going to say hi to everybody. So let's say, Dr. Clifford, please say hi. We're waiting for you. Are you here? You can unmute yourself.
Yes, I am.
Okay, so we have Dr. Clifford here, and we have the other doctor in our midst. So let me read Dr. Clifford's biography. Okay, so, sorry, we have Dr. Clifford here, and he's an amazing young man. He's so good. We have the next doctor here, Dr. Chinonso. Are you here, sir? Please say hi.
Hi everyone.
We can't see you. Your camera is off screen on.
Yes, there's issue with the light, so the light is not on. So hi everyone. Good morning.
Hi everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Okay, so we're going to start with Dr. Clifford, and we'll start with Dr. Clifford and Dr. Chinonso. But Dr. Clifford is an amazing medical doctor in practice for a long time, and when he comes, he will give more introduction about himself. Then we have Dr. Chinonso Ezeobi Chris pardon me, Dr. Chinonso Ezeobi Chris is a medical doctor and a young entrepreneur. He is a Christian and he's always loved volunteering in medical outreaches. That is why he's volunteered in several NGOs and medical mission groups such as Jason Foundation and Czech Medical Mission. He has a vision of reaching out to the unreached group around the globe with God's word and basic medical care. He's also a health advocate and believes preventive medicine is the goal for a better health. These are part of the reason he's chosen to build a lifetime partnership with a global company like Longrich Bioscience International, as it will help to actualize this dream. And he is so grateful to God for the so many amazing opportunities provided by the platform. The way he has even sold the platform already, I'm sure if you're a prospect, you'll be asking which platform is that. So let's welcome Dr. Chinonso as he will start with his presentation. Then we'll have Dr. Clifford conclude for us. So Dr. Chinonso, I think you have the floor now.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Thank you very much, Dr. Esther. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Esther. Thank you, Dr. ID, for this amazing program that we have started. It's really been an amazing one. If you have missed any session, please just go back and watch it again, because it has been educative. There has been a lot that we are learning. So thank you for this opportunity to present, to be a panelist in this program. So I will be taking some of the product, and well, I don't want to go through the Longrich platform because of our time. So I'll just go straight to the product. All right. So I'll be sharing my screen now. Okay. I think the screen is already showing. All right. Yes. Thank you very much, Dr.
You could share if you want to share. I can go ahead and share for you.
Okay, let me share then.
Please, better.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So I will be taking the Longrich, the Cordyceps series, the SOD cream, and then the antiperspirant dew. All right. So I need to emphasize this. I need to mention this again. It has been mentioned last week. I need to mention it again that Longrich, we are not here to offer treatment or to give you cure. Okay. It's all about preventive. All right. So what we do, as Dr. Esther explained last week, that there is a difference between medications and supplements. So medication do the treatment, but supplements help your body. It enhances the body's ability to take care of itself. Because the body on its own has been built to take care of itself. Okay. So just that over time, it begins to get overwhelmed by the different things we are exposed to. But what the supplement does is to help your body to take care of itself. So once again, this does not take the place of your doctor or the place of your medication or the place of you going to the hospital. But however, it releases or it reduces the frequency of you going to the hospital. Are you following? All right. So now I'll be taking the Cordyceps series. Now that's the Cordyceps militaris capsule, the Cordyceps and the black ginger, and then the Cordyceps militaris coffee. And because if you look carefully, you see that there is something they all have in common, and that's the Cordyceps militaris. So that means I will have to start with that so we can explain and know what the Cordyceps militaris is. Then now go into the individual products and what they can do. That means what each of them can do, have all of them have the benefits of the Cordyceps militaris on its own. Yes. Then have their individual benefits. All right, so I will move. Okay, so the Cordyceps militaris on its own is a medicinal mushroom that grows in the Himalayan mountains. Okay, so it's usually in Asia, but also found in the USA. Now, it's popularly used in the traditional Chinese medicine to treat many ailments because of its constituent. So because the things it contains, because the things it has, so they use it a lot to treat so many issues, so many elements, and we'll be seeing those things and why they decide to do that. Now, okay, so these are like a table showing the major components of the cordyceps militaris. As I said, it's a mushroom. So it contains the cordycepin, the polysaccharides, and then the glycoprotein and the peptide. Now, this cordycepin is one of the major constituents of the cordyceps militaris because it's, if you look, it's the biochemical formula is that is a 3-deoxyadenosine and is a nucleoside analog. So nucleosides on their own are, sorry about that. Why is my screen not moving again? Okay. All right. Yeah, so nucleoside, they are form the structural part of DNA and the RNA. Now the DNA and the RNA, they are the major part. The chromosomes, they form the chromosomes. The chromosomes are found in the nucleus of the cells, and then the cells give rise to the tissues give rise to the organs, and it goes like that. So that means the DNA themselves are the basic component of the body. Now the nucleoside is part of the DNA. Now they play a major role in cell-to-cell signaling. They play a major role in synthesis of macromolecules. They play a major role in intermediary metabolism, which I'll still explain all this thing, because what that means is the nucleoside, when they are working, they have this basic principle of helping most enzymes in our body, most biochemical enzymes, most way the cells communicate to themselves. They work via the nucleoside. Right? So we'll see how this is very, very important. Now, as I wrote that most antiviral and anti-cancer drugs are being made on the basis of the nucleoside function, which is to inhibit synthesis and encoding. So most of the drugs, most of the antiviral drugs, virus on their own, they are a component on their own. When they get to the body system, they go straight to the DNA, take over the DNA, and start producing themselves. Right. So, but what can able to stop them are nucleosides, because they are drugs. So once they come to the system, they inhibit their binding to the DNA, and they cannot function that way. Also, the cancer drugs too. Now, as I said, I needed to put this very boldly that this is not a treatment. It does not replace the place of a doctor, because of the next thing I'm going to say. Now, I want to quickly talk about the benefits of the cordyceps militaris, based on the constituent that they have. Now, we mentioned that the cordyceps militaris, most of these benefits most of them are based on research, okay? While some of them are based on research both on humans and on animals. Some are just based on research on animals. But other ones are based on the reports that have been gotten, the facts that have been gotten. So not necessarily that a research has been done for it, for some of the benefits, but based on research over time, documented research or secluded research that has been done over time that have not been publicized. So these benefits we are seen by the cordyceps militaris usually give rise to. Now, which include they boost immunity, they have anti-cancer effect, antiviral effect. They also help the improve sexual function. They protect the kidneys. They protect the major organs. They have the anti-diabetic effect. Now, I'll be mentioning these things as I go through. Now, cancer, I'll start from the cancer cell. Now, cancer cell, what cancer means simply means is an overgrowth of a cell. Normally, when our cells divide themselves, there is a division, mitosis and meiosis, all those things happen. We did in biology, all those stuff. So when those things are happening, they encode the breakdown of events. So when those things are not regulated, that what leads to cancer. All right. So cancer is like an overgrowth. So usually the body works in a way in which it inhibits the overgrowth. So, but when there is a damage to that part of the DNA or that part of the chromosome that helps the cell helps the enzymes to inhibit the growth, then that when it gets to that stage, there's nothing to stop it. It continues to lead to cancer. Now, it might not start in a day, it might not start in 2 days, it might continue over the years. So by the time you're now saying, oh, it's already full-blown cancer of stage 4. Somebody's drawing on the screen. Somebody's drawing on the screen. So it's either at stage 3 or stage 4. All right. So what that means, so what that means is that when there's an issue to the DNA, or when there's an issue to with any of the enzymes, it affects the breakdown, the division of cells. So, but nucleosides, they are the enzymes that actually work inhibiting the overgrowth. So, but when there's an issue with them, there's a problem. So now the cordycepin, as we said, is a nucleoside analog. That means when the body sees the cordycepin, it assumes there's a nucleoside. Right? So what the cordycepin does is when it sees a cell that is overgrowing, be like, well, this cell is not meant to be doing this. It's meant to have stopped at this stage. So what is happening? That means there's a problem somewhere. So because it can work as a nucleoside, so it goes and repairs that particular gene or that particular DNA or that particular issue or that particular nucleoside that's having an issue. When it does that, it's able to work to inhibit the growth of that cell. So there will be no cancer again. So based on research, they have seen that this action of the cordycepin helps to, that's why they use it, in some research, they have used it as anti-cancer medication, and they discovered that it slows down the progress of cancer. It slows down the progress of cancer drastically. That when instead of cancer that is meant to manifest, maybe let's say at 60 years or at 70, cancer might not manifest at 90 or 100. By then, the person is already gone. So there's no need that you even find a cancer again. Right? So that's how it works as a cancer effect, as anti-cancer effect. Now, as antibiotic also, now because it works, it enhances the body. Remember, I mentioned the fact that supplement enhance the body's mechanism of taking care of itself. Okay, so it enhances the body's immunity, the macrophages, the white blood cells. It enhances their ability to fight infection. And why we get overwhelmed with infection? Because over time our immunity gets weak, and we are exposed to different things. I talked about the free radicals last week. The free radicals, we are exposed to different things. Free radicals are one of the major issues that we are having in the world today. It comes from the things we eat, from the sun. In fact, the Nigerian sun enough is enough to trigger the free radicals to cause a lot of issues. So, but when that happens, so they affect the immunity of the body. So the cordycepin and the adenosine and the polysaccharide, they play a role in enhancing the body's immune system by enhancing the immune cells. Okay, they enhance the immune cells and also inhibit the growth of the bacteria, the infected cells also. So when they take care of those things, so they can't progress, they die off. All right. So now we'll talk about the protection of the major organs. That's the liver, the kidney, the heart. So research has also shown that when the cordycepin, when they are given to some, now that was done also in animals and in humans, people that have renal failure, renal issues, when they started taking cordycepin, they discovered there was an improvement in their renal function. So the cordycepin plays a role to regenerate the cells of the kidney. Remember I said they are like the nucleoside. So they play a role to regenerate the cells of the kidney, and also through their antioxidant effect, which I'll be taking together, they also the oxidative stress that is happening on the major organs are being taken care of. So those oxidative stress are prevented, and those things, now the damage to the cells, probably from the free radicals or from any other issue, are inhibited, thereby helping the body to take care of itself naturally, Okay. Now they also increase sexual function and libido. Now, what that means, because it has been discovered that normally what helps in increasing libido, if they say that someone has low sex drive or person is not feeling anything, there's no sexual desire, all those stuff, probably there's an issue with the testosterone. So that means we need to work on the testosterone. Okay. So usually when they go to the hospital, they'll say they'll give you a shot of testosterone to boost your testosterone, or they'll give you drugs that can help the cells to build testosterone. So what the cordyceps militaris function, the concept that it has, it also helps in the development or the production of testosterone by acting on the satellite cells. When that happens, there's enough testosterone in the system, so thereby boosting the immune system of both males and females. every female has some level of testosterone in their body, so that helps in their sex drive also. Now, testosterone plays a role in sperm production. All right, so when that happens, so that means the sperms, a good quality sperms are produced because of testosterone that is available. And when that happens, that means the man is more fertile. The man has more erection, has more sex drive, so to take care of the other room business. Okay. Now, I hope you are following. Can you hear me?
Yes, we are hearing you perfectly.
We're just hearing plenty medical procedures and processes and mechanisms of action, and I'm sure they were prepared for it.
About that. Okay, sorry about that. I was trying to. Okay, all right. I'll go as basic as I can. I'll go as basic as I can.
That will help.
Huh?
Someone is even saying the other room is important.
Oh, okay. All right. Also, they also increase energy. Well, they increase energy and increase stamina because they help in rich supply of oxygen to the brain. Okay, so when that happens, they open up the vessels. So when the vessels are opened up, there is supply of oxygen to the brain, and then they also mop up. Usually, when we exercise, we release what we call lactic acid. So when that happens, that's like it kind of damages the body. Not damage, like weakens the muscle. Yeah, that's the word, weakens the muscles. So when you take cordyceps militaris, it mocks up those lactic acid. So the accumulation of lactic acid is prevented. So that means there is more strength or over time to stay longer. There's more stamina. There is enough oxygen supply to the muscles and to the brain. So that helps with alertness. That helps with increase of energy. All right. So, okay, this is what I've just talked about. So I've talked about all these things. I don't have to put in case anyone that wants to have a look at this. So the cells, the cancer cells, they are uncontrolled growth of cells and then work by nucleosides. So the cordyceps works as a nucleoside and then the immune system and then they generally mop up the free radicals also. Okay, now for diabetes and hypertension is probably usually as a result of there's a trigger in the cells, in the genes that affect the hypertension for people that are genetic for it, and then maybe atherosclerosis also. Now, because the cordyceps, that's the atherosclerosis, when the vessels are blocked. Okay, so because the cordyceps militaris, they open up the vessels. All right, wow. So that means they mop up the fatty acid the fat that are around the vessels. Okay, so that means that we reduce atherosclerosis. And then they help the insulin to be sensitive to glucose. So there is no too much sugar in the body because there's too much sugar in the body because the glucose is not working very well. The insulin is not working very well. So they now help the insulin to start working very well by increasing their sensitivity. So they now bring down the glucose. So I need to mention this, that if someone that is hypertensive or diabetic is taking the cordyceps militaris, they should also be monitoring they should also be taking their drugs, but however, they should monitor their sugar level and their blood pressure, so they won't go into the negative side, as the hypo. Since these drugs, these supplements plays a role in the control of all those things, so they won't go into the hypo. Monitor and also let their doctors know that, oh, I'm taking this and I'm taking this also. Now, there has been feedback, there has been reports, there has been report on cordyceps playing a role in people that are asthmatic. Now, I tried to look for research on that. There is no really clear research. Why? Because asthma on its own is not yet, the theory has not yet been established. So people don't even really know how asthma really works very well. Okay, so cordyceps on its own that means they cannot really explain how it works on asthma. But there's a theory that is going on that it helps to reduce whatever that causes the asthma attack. So there's frequent asthma attack. So people that have you notice that over time when they take it, they don't usually use their inhaler again. They don't use it again, but the frequency which they use it is reduced. They don't usually use it most of the time again. Okay.
Sorry, doctor. Sorry, so that will carry everyone along. Dr. Chinoso.
Okay, ma. I can hear you.
Can you hear me, boss?
I can hear you, ma.
Yeah, so someone said, please, doctor, Please, doctor, bring down your medical terms. Not everyone here is a medical doctor. And I'm sure I understand and you understand and Dr. Clifford understand that all this cordyceps and mitochondrion, not everyone understand it. So let's just bring it home. I know we're in the spirit of doctor right now, but let's bring it home a little. But people, this is a medical scientific perspective, you know, so try to catch up with us. Then let's continue, boss.
All right. Sorry about that. I will try as much as possible to break it down as much as I can. Okay. I hope we are not confused on what I've said so far. Okay, let me just give a summary of what I've said.
Yes,
they have the constituent, which plays a major role in preventing. They have different benefits. They can work like cancer drugs. They can work like diabetic drugs. They can work like antibiotics, and they help to increase energy, and they also help to increase sexual drive because of how they work on the cells. So that's basically what I've just said, because they are like what we call the nucleoside in the body. Okay, so I hope that makes it easier. Now, okay, so I've just talked about the cordyceps militaris as a whole. Now, this is the cordyceps militaris capsule, which contains cordyceps militaris, definitely. It's actually known as the renewer because it renews the cell from the inside, the body from the inside. It takes care of each organs, it protects the organ from damage, from different damages that we have. So it protects them, and then if there's any issue, remember I said that the body on its own has a way of taking care of itself. If there's any body cordyceps is to help the body to take care of that issue. I can remember Dr. Esther mentioned last week that chronic diseases usually they don't just start and you just see them. They usually take time to manifest. Okay, so if it's possible to arrest them at an early stage, maybe you might not know, but by the time you start boosting your body's immune system, helping your body to repair itself, okay? So all those chronic will not manifest like low, right? Now it's usually 60 capsules per bottle, and usually recommended to take 2 capsules once daily. Now I need to mention this, that because the cordyceps has this effect of blood thinning effect, it makes the blood more. If someone is going for surgery, or someone that has blood disorder, should not take the cordyceps militaris. And now because it also has the antibiotic effect, so you should not overtake it. Do not take it for a long time, so that the organisms will not start forming resistance to any of its components. And then it's recommended that pregnant women, lactating mother, and children should not take the cordyceps. Okay. Now I'll be going further to talk about the cordyceps militaris and the black ginger. Now, so this also has the benefits. Even it might not be at the same level as the other cordyceps capsule. It also has the benefits of the cordyceps militaris, and in addition, it now has the benefit of black ginger also. So it's for people, for men, definitely for men, because it's used to enhance erection. Okay? For people that are having erectile dysfunction, or people that are having quick ejaculation, or people that are not having strong erection, this is something to recommend for them. I know that's usually a common issue among men, and most times they are they are ashamed to talk about it. Usually it's the wife or the woman that might mention it or ask for it. Okay, so but this is a supplement to recommend for them. Why? Because it helps improve erection, it helps fast stamina, it also increases sex drive, also promotes the development of sperms. Okay, that's the fertility component of the man. That makes it to enhance fertility. So the black ginger on its own, it works to keep erection by, it works like a Viagra. We all know Viagra, at least most people know that is Viagra. Or people that have heard Viagra know about Viagra. So Viagra is the drug they use to sustain erection. So people, you can use the black ginger has been shown to have that effect. So that's why it's recommended for people that are having erectile dysfunction or people that cannot have good erection. Okay, so they have good erection. But now the good thing about it is Viagra is a drug, it's a synthetic drug, so it has its own side effects. But because the black ginger is natural, so it doesn't have side effects. So it works like the Viagra, but it doesn't have the side effects of Viagra. Now I'm talking about the cordyceps coffee, militaris coffee. Now, number one thing I need to mention is that it is decaffeinated. So there's no caffeine. So people that react to caffeine or people that don't want to take caffeine, don't need to worry about this one because you can take it confidently. Now, usually it comes in 10 sachets, a combination of the cordyceps militaris and other things, including the palm kernel oil, which is a good and then the aroma too, the aroma of the coffee is a very nice one. I started up a partner to ask about the cordyceps coffee, like how should I use this and so forth. So she thought about the aroma. So I have it. So I tried it one day. I just put the aroma, the coffee, and then made it and just kept it around. And the aroma was actually good. By the time I went outside, I came back, the room has changed. The whatever in the room, the air in the room has changed, and it was a very nice one. So it's something that you need to take once in a while, or if you can take every day. People usually take it first in the morning. It helps to keep that energy, helps to with concentration, okay, for the day. So if people that work a lot, so many things that require mental tasks, so they need the cordyceps coffee because it has a lot of vitamins, has a lot of nutrients, has a lot of amino acids that will supply you what you need. Then also for people that are, there are some people that when they take milk, they have issues with their tummy start making some funny noise. You don't need to worry about this one, okay? You can take it because we try to remove the part that causes that's the lactose, that causes the issue with your tummy. And then the palm kernel too is a rich antioxidant. All right, so that means it helps to fight the free radicals that cause a lot of problems in our body. Okay, so that's the cordyceps series. Okay, so I want to move on to placenta SOD cream. Can I go ahead?
Yes, please.
All right.
Yes, you can.
Please, Dr. Nonso, can you stop the screen share and start again? So these marks will go off. You need to stop it and then start it again for the marks to go off. People are doing screenshots.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay, so please, sorry, if you don't mind, can I use a system to share for you? Because on Facebook, your write-up are very tiny because of the screen size.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, no problem. Sure.
Okay, let me just share the screen right now for you.
I do.
Can you see the screen now?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Is that better?
Much better.
Okay. Okay, you could continue.
All right. So I'll talk about the cream. Now this cream really caught my attention because when I got the cream, I was okay. It's just cream. I'm not usually the cream type per se, but I had to I use cream, but I just rub some area. But there was a time I noticed this like it was like a reaction, like it was my skin is burning or something around my elbow and stuff. So I've been wondering what to do about the reaction, but I didn't know. But I just thought, well, I should just use this. I applied it within 3 days. It cleared. Okay. Now, another thing that caught my attention is my niece That's this useful to enhance. But there was a time I noticed this like it was like a reaction, like it was like skin was burning or something around my elbow and stuff. So that is down her forehead that was there. It was obvious she had. So my sister decided to use the surgery. And over time, the scar cleared. So what I'm trying to say is that the cream helps take care of rough skin. You have wrinkled skin, you have rough skin. It also removes scars. It also removes stretch marks, even cracked heels. Also, you can use it for cracked heels. And it's good for adults and for also good for the hair because it helps the hair follicles. It nourishes the hair. And why? Because it contains the. Okay. So next slide. I thought I was still sharing.
I think she actually just stepped aside. You can go ahead and share again.
Okay.
Okay, she's there. She's there.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It contains the placenta. We all know what placenta is. Placenta is what part of what nourishes the baby in the womb. They have a lot of nutrients, a lot of vitamins, a lot of antibodies, a lot of growth factors. All these things when they when you apply it on your skin, definitely they have to work on your skin. I need to mention this that our products are near organic. Okay, most of our products are near organic or some are organic. So it's not just that you rub it today and expect the magic to happen tomorrow or next week. No, it takes time because it goes down to the root of the matter and takes care of it and then start. So you have to give our product the cream time to, unless whatever is happening is just on the shallow. They might just take care of it. But if whatever it is, if it's deep, it has to, like someone that has stretch mark, you have had your stretch mark for like 5 years. And they want to use the cream, I expect the stretch mark to go in 2 weeks' time. It's not possible. So we have to give it time. You have to use it over time and then now see it work. But the fact that then for just is rich in vitamin E, so which is a rich antioxidant. Okay, so definitely the sunlight damages our skin, all those stuff. Now the vitamin E helps to protect the skin from all those damages, and then it's so that's basically for the SOD cream, right? So you can use it also for your hair. There have been reports that when you use it for your hair, it makes it softer, then it increases hair growth because it nourishes the hair follicles, and then the hair begins to grow better, right? So next slide, please. Right. The next.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So this the antiperspirant dew. That's the roll-on. Now, one good thing about this roll-on, I couldn't put it in this document, this particular one. The other document I was using before. One good thing about it is that it allows your armpit to breathe. Okay, so it doesn't clog up the sweat pores. The person breathes very well. It doesn't clog up the sweat pores. When your sweat pores are clogged up, that will lead to all those boils that we have, all those rashes that we have in our armpits, all that stuff. So this does not do that. Most of the constituents are gotten from natural products, like from corn flour, the aluminum chloride, the aluminum salt, the aluminum salt. So most of the constituents are gotten from natural products. So they don't cause irritation to the skin. They don't irritate the skin. They don't have allergy. There's no allergy because they are most times you won't have any allergy to it because most of the constants are natural. So they don't irritate the skin. They don't cause inflammation. They don't cause boils to come up and all those stuff. So they allow the skin. Them they have a good. There's this fragrance that you can't even perceive any odor. that is coming from the armpit. When you use it, it takes care of the others armpit odor, all the sweat pores and the sweat odor. It takes care of it. Now it's anti-stain. So usually, sometimes there are some products that you use, and then you notice that this yellow stuff forming around your armpit and all this stuff. Now, this particular one, you can't even find it. It takes care because most of the components are natural. Then it also has this cooling and refreshing effect on the skin, and it clears dark armpits. There are some people that have this the armpit area will be dark. And why is that? Why is it that? Because of the irritation that happened over time, because the product that I've been using over time, and then the inflammation, the irritation, and different things. So it begins to cause area of it begins to darken that area. So this clears it. Why? Because it builds the skin from and also works its own way, but also preventing the odor and allows your armpit to breathe so it doesn't clog the sweat pores. That's for the antiperspirant dew. I think that's the last thing I'm taking for today. Thank you very much, and I'm really sorry for this so much medical. I didn't know I was actually medical.
We understand.
And that's what we came for now. We came for medical and scientific perspective into Longrich product. Things with people.
Sorry about that. Well, thank you very much for listening. Thank you everyone for following as much as you followed. I'll take your questions later. Thank you once again, Dr. Heidi. Thank you once again, Dr.
Thank you. Thank you.
Amazing. Can we put our hands together? Can we encourage him? Can we say him thank you? He did a good job. Thank you. And there's something I like about what he did. He actually went to what we call mechanism of action. If you're a physiologist, you're an anatomist, you're a biochemistry, you would know that mechanism of action is very important. Why is this drug acting the way it should? Yes. And he told you why cordycepin that is present in cordyceps militaris is acting the way it's acting. I'm sure some people will have a lot of fun this night in the other room. So we have a lot of questions for you here. We have a whole lot of questions for you here. So much question, but we'll take the question at the end of the second presenter. We have Dr. Clifford Isioma. Isimoya. Thank you so much for correcting me. We have him already on the call and he's ready to go with us. We wanted to take a break and do some recording. But let me just read his profile. He's an amazing young man. And I am so delightful for this program we are holding because this program has made me meet some amazing young doctors, amazing young pharmacists, and have brought me into relationship with our SD1 and Joy Rich herself, amazing people with so much knowledge. And we are so privileged to hear from them, to learn from them, and to be more educated by them. So we have Mr. Dr. Clifford Isemoya here, and he is a pharmacist, actually. He's a pharmacist by profession, and he has a doctorate degree in natural medicine. He is a specialist in innovative medicine, and he developed Lonart DS. The anti-malaria you take, Lonart DS. He's part of the people that developed it, and anti-malaria as the PDM of Green Life Pharmaceuticals, as well as have a well-researched and developed medicine as KLIBS ranges. He's also a member of American Society and World Association of Young Scientists. Please, you are learning from a load of personnel right now. And he's also a member of other professional associations with so much joy in me, with so much fun, and I'm already with my notes to take more notes as a medical doctor. Help me welcome Dr. Clifford Isimoya.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Dr. Heidi, Dr. Esther, for the privilege given to me to participate in this wonderful medical and scientific perspective panel. From the very beginning, I've been enjoying all of the facilitators. They've all been wonderful. And then even my friend, Dr. Noso, he did so well. Yes, but as I'm about to take mine, I will try as much as possible to simplify it so that all of the listeners, all of our members, wherever they are, irrespective of their level of education, will be able to understand what we are talking about. Because the aim of this meeting is for us to enlighten our members, on the different medicines and how they can effectively apply them in different areas. Now, I want to say that the medicines that we are talking about here are to be applied or utilized or used as adjuncts in our treatments. They are not really curative. No medicine is actually curative. They are all therapeutic, preventive, and all of that. But at the same time, I need to correct an impression that some of us do have. Because in clinical practice over the years, some of us have come to realize that some of these medicines being classified as supplements also have therapeutic abilities in a whole lot of disease conditions. And so tonight I want to be talking on just two products. One is Vigor powder snake capsules, which has always been known by most of us as Libau capsule. And the second one will be soluble calcium tablets. And I will be speaking on these medicines from a very friendly perspective so that every one of us will be able to follow through. All right, so let me try and share my slides so we can be able to follow through. Please, just a minute. All right, share screen. Dr. Esther? Dr.
Yes,
Esther?
boss. Yes,
Yes.
boss, I'm here, sir.
Yeah. Can you share it from your end?
Yes, I can, but you have to unshare yourself.
All right, let me do. Go ahead.
Can you see my
All right.
screen?
Yes, I can. All right. So I want to be speaking on Vigor Boost powdered snake capsules, which every one of us has known as Libao. And please go to the next slide. So now, Libao has three major active ingredients. The first active ingredient you find in Libao, or which is now called Vigor Boost powdered capsule, is male snake genitals. Please still continue to share the screen. Yeah, male snake genitals. The second active ingredients we'll find in there is what? Zooxys dumnes and Achistrodom halis. Now, for us to effectively understand how wonderful this medicine is, we need to understand what each of these active ingredients bring to bear to each and every one of us. So now, this is the overview of the active ingredients. All right. So, looking at Zooxys dumnes and Achistrodom halis. Every one of us know that snake bites are dangerous and they present a potential risk to all humans, wherever you are. And they go along or carry along with themselves, all right, hemotoxic effects, neurotoxic effects, and cardiotoxic effects. And that is why anytime anyone, anywhere is bitten by the snake, it's cause for urgent attention. Because if not taken care of on time, if the victim is not taken care of on time, ultimately the victim dies. But at the same time, the snake venom has a lot of intrinsic benefits that scientists, researchers globally have been able to effectively adopt and use to harness very beneficial medicines that are saving lives today. So just follow me through. You will discover that snake venoms contain a lot of very important bioactive constituents which have wonderful healing benefits. And these snake venoms have been found to be mixtures of what? Proteins, the protein enzymes, even non-protein enzymes, such as metalloproteases and phospholipases. So whatever it is, whatever the problem might be, we have still within the venoms the enzymes that are needed to cause or bring about deactivation of the hazards that these snake venoms bring and prefer solutions to lots of disease conditions. And that is why snake venoms, snake extracts, have been in use over the years in such disease conditions like hypertension, stroke, and different types of cancers. In my practice, I have used this medicine as adjuncts, not even today, I didn't start today. And I have had lots of results from this particular medicine. And a time came, I had to ask how these people sat down to bring these wonderful active ingredients together to formulate a wonderful medicine like this. Now you will see that the venom extracts from Achistrodom halis have been found to improve cardiac hemodynamics. And that is why it's very effective in the management of stroke. We are having increased incidences of stroke globally today. In our hospitals, Physicians, cardiologists are putting in their best to manage stroke conditions. Physiotherapists are doing their best to help these ones. But you will discover that Longrich has a wonderful formulation in the name of this Vigor powder snake capsules, which when effectively employed in the management of stroke, your results will be excellent.
Wow.
All right, so along the line, as I'm making my presentations, I will also be pointing out some things that you could be able to do in order for you to help one or two persons around you, the persons in your neighborhood who are sick in one way or the other, who might have been down for years, and then they have told them they will never be able to use their arms again, they will never be able to use their limbs again, they will never be able to speak well again, all that and all that. But I want to let you know that we have an answer to such intricate conditions today. Now, venom extract from Archistratum halis improve cardiac hemodynamics. They also help to alleviate what? Diabetic cardiomyopathy, complications resulting from diabetes, as well as help treat inflammatory disorders by doing what? By activating protein C, which have been found to be the proteins involved or present in a higher percentage in our cardiac walls. And therefore, anything that can be able to act on protein C can be effective in the management of all manners of cardiac complications. Please, next slide. Dr. Esther, let's save time. Next slide. All right. And then that takes us to snake genitals, male snake genitals. Now, this is the only reason why today Libao is being restricted, is being limited, or is being narrowed down to only males, as being medicines to be used only in males. It is because of this ingredient in the medicine by the name male snake genitals. Because male snake genitals help to increase testosterone levels in men. Testosterone are male sex hormones, and therefore male snake genitals help in the area of what? Infertility in men. By doing what? Helping to increase testosterone levels in men, by helping to boost male seminal emissions and male sexual response. So you see why this medicine, Vigor capsules, can be used to boost sperm counts in people who have been having problems or troubles with fertility. You also find that male snake genitals have been found to be very effective in reducing premature ejaculation in men. So therefore, as men who want to enjoy sex, this medicine plays a role by delaying the onset of what? Ejaculation in men. These male genitals are also very effective in the healing of wounds by what? Boosting granulation of the skin. Wow. And these same male genitals, yes, granulation of the skin or skin granulation, right? And this same medicine, this same ingredient, male snake genitals, also have anti-stress effects, anti-fatigue effects. Now, all of these ingredients put together now, let us narrow everything down to why we should use Vigor powder snake capsules. Perhaps along the line, so that some of the females who have been victims of snake or cardiovascular who also have the problems of cardiovascular, disorders, perhaps we have special formulations made for them so that the presence of male snake genitals will not prevent them from enjoying the benefits of vigor capsules. Next slide. So now let us look at areas where we can utilize vigor capsules. Please, next slide.
It's loading. I think it's a network here.
All right. Now, everything put together. Now, let us narrow down the areas where
I've actually done it. It's loading.
Okay, it's here. Now, you will see the different areas where we can put vigor capsules to use.
Wow.
One, hypertension.
It's amazing.
I believe every one of us know what hypertension is, a division of blood pressure, right? And then we have mild hypertension, we have mild or moderate hypertension, and all of that. So now, every one of us know that. So we have stroke, and here we talk about hemiplegia or paraplegia. So every kind of stroke, you can employ this medicine as an adjunct to the medicines that your cardiologist, your physician is using to manage a patient that is presenting with any of these disease conditions. Now, one intriguing thing, one intriguing quality, one intriguing value that this medicine has, this vigor capsule is having, is that it can be used in 100% cases of myocardial infarction. You don't need to understand what myocardial infarction is. But myocardial infarction, let me break it down, is heart attack, acute heart attack, irreversible cell death. Yes. Irreversible death of the what? Myocardial walls or muscles. Now, anybody who is on vigor over the years can never go down with myocardial infarction. And in cases of diabetic cardiomyopathy, you can employ vigor capsules and your results will be excellent. In rheumatism, rheumatoid arthritis, arthralgia, name them, numbness of the limbs, you can find great benefit from vigor capsules. So due to its high androgenic effect, like I said, that's why it's used in male infertility by helping to boost sperm counts or spermatogenesis, sperm quality, sperm motility or virility, and it helps to fight chronic stress. Now, but if you as an individual, as a member of Longrich International, you want to sell your medicine, let's say you want to sell or you are interested in vigor, you have to choose what is known as a niche, an area, and focus on it. See the results that you will get from using these medicines as an adjunct or using medicine as adjuncts. And then once you are satisfied with that, go on with that. Because sometimes when you try to tell some people, oh, this medicine is very useful in this area, it's useful in this area, they will not understand what you are talking about. But if you narrow down to a particular niche, let's say, like now, for me, I use vigor in lots of cases of stroke management, combined with a few other medicines. In the slide, I'm going to be showing them to us. All right, alongside what your prescriber would be, must have written, to the patient or for the patient to use at the same time, your results will be amazing. And my results in the management of stroke have been amazing. Even in cases of paralysis, the results have been amazing. Okay, so let's go to the next slide because of time. So having talked about the first product, having talked about vigor powder snake capsules, now I want to be talking about calcium tablets. There are lots of calcium formulations in the market, but you discover that not all of them have good bioavailability. Even before I joined Longrich, I picked interest in Longrich calcium because each time I administered Longrich calcium to patients, the results are amazing. Personally, I have even been taking the Longrich calcium, and I know that there's a whole lot of differences between Longrich calcium and the calcium that you find out there in the market. This is a well-developed, a well-researched, a well-compounded, a well-manufactured calcium tablet. Why do I say so? Because I try to look at the standards of Longrich calcium tablets, and I have come to see that it meets global standards.
Wow.
Right. So now, yeah, it meets global standard. At least I have worked with a multinational, and which is one of the most reputable companies now in the world, Dr. Reddy's. And you will discover that Dr. Reddy's as a company had, or is ranked among the best. And so when I took out this Longrich calcium tablet and I did some bioavailability testing on it, got some other ones, I discovered that Longrich calcium beats all of them. That's why you see me term it or name it here as what? Soluble calcium. Soluble calcium. So we should have it at the back of our mind that Longrich calcium is a soluble calcium because its bioavailability is about 98% to 100%. Come on, let us clap for Longrich.
Woo!
Yeah. So now, where do we need calcium? Which areas do we need calcium? Why do we need calcium? Calcium is needed for healthy bones, muscles, nervous coordination, and effective heart function. Without calcium, we will not be able to function effectively in different areas of our lives. For us to be able to walk, for us to be able to stand, for us to be able to coordinate, calcium plays vital roles. And you discover that as we age, we lose calcium. So if there is no replacement of this calcium as we age, what begins to happen? We begin to suffer from the effects of depletion of calcium from our body systems. And that is why you discover that most people from age 40 and above, they begin to present with such cases as osteoporosis and all manners of joint illnesses here and there because of lack of calcium. So calcium is needed for healthy bones, muscle or muscular coordination, nervous system coordination, effective heart function. And calcium is also necessary to help metabolize proteins. Each time you eat beans, you eat more, you eat anything that contains protein, calcium plays a role in the metabolism of protein. And it also aids in the production of hemoglobin and red blood cells. So calcium is very necessary in all areas of our lives. Therefore, if calcium is necessary in the production of hemoglobin and in the production of red blood cells, you also will discover that calcium is necessary to help fight against chronic anemia. Because if hemoglobin is not there, there will be increased anemia. And if there is anemia, there will be fatigue. So calcium helps us to stay healthy. Calcium helps us in transmission of nerve impulses. And by this we are talking about the signals that coordinate the actions of different parts of the body, from the brain, the heart, everywhere. So for effective coordination, we all need calcium in our body systems. And you also find that this calcium is also very useful in hormone production and growth.
Yeah.
And where there is depletion of calcium in our systems, there is what? Stuntness of growth. Children don't grow well, adults don't grow well. You see why even every woman who had a child at any point in time later on in their lives, because there's no commensurate replacement of calcium as their children were growing up and they themselves getting older, over time they begin to suffer from low back pain. And sometimes some of them begin to wonder why they are suffering from such. It is because during their years of childbearing, they were not replacing calcium they were losing from their body systems into the children. They're not replacing them. And so over time, they begin to suffer from the low back pain. It helps to reverse what? Heart diseases. Why? Because of its role in muscular coordination. Calcium, now, when I'm talking about this calcium tablet, because the soluble calcium of Longrich is a complex of iron, zinc, and calcium. It's not just calcium. It's a complex of iron, zinc, and calcium. So when we are talking about the production of hemoglobin, iron is playing a role in the production of hemoglobin. Zinc is playing a role in the production of hemoglobin. Zinc is playing a role, iron is playing a role, calcium is playing a role in hormone production and in growth. In helping to reverse heart diseases, right? Calcium, zinc, iron playing a role. So now I'm talking about calcium here, I'm talking about this complex. So now you also find that it helps to prevent free radical damage from oxidative stress, and therefore helps to what? Fight against premature aging. So if you want to keep looking younger, if you want to keep having good quality blood flowing within your system, you need to not only be taking the soluble calcium, but also be giving that soluble calcium to your friends, to your parents that are growing older, all right, in order for them to live longer. It helps boost fertility because of zinc. Next slide. So soluble calcium is one thing that we must not joke with in our lives. You need to keep taking it. You need to keep giving it out to your friends. You need to keep recommending soluble calcium. Now, you will discover that even in heartburn, this soluble calcium, because if you check the taste of this soluble calcium, you will discover that it's not a tasteless tablet. It has a blend, and that blend that is inside of it is what helps to take care of what? Heartburn, indigestion, and flatulence. Somebody had asked me at a time, why is it that when I take Longrich calcium, if I'm having any heartburn, I get relief, as opposed to the conventional calcium tablets? And I said, just from the taste, you can be able to sense that there's an ingredient that is downplayed, which is doing that. And that is one formulation secret that Longrich has actually done in that, put into use in that place. And now you discover that what? That this soluble calcium is useful in the treatment and prevention of zinc deficiency, and as such, it helps to arrest stuntness of growth and diarrhea in children. It helps also what? To facilitate transportation of oxygen in the red blood cells. And it helps ladies who are still seeing their monthly periods. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, having looked at these two products, Vigor capsules, soluble calcium, and other medicines that we have in the archive of Longrich. How do we effectively put into use these medicines if we want to handle stroke, or when we want to talk about stroke or effective stroke management? Please go to the next slide. In effective stroke management, we have stroke management, right? We have Vigor Boost. We have Atro Super Revive. We have Soluble Calcium. And we also have Sea-Buctane Berry Oil. So therefore, if we have to talk about our women, if anyone presents with anything like this stroke, we leave out Vigor Boost and we use B, C, and D. That is Atro Super Revive, Soluble Calcium, Sea-Buctane Berry Oil, use as adjunct or support to the other medicines, to arrest elevation of the blood pressure and all that, and vascular, coordination. So use these ones to support, and your results will be excellent. Your results will be excellent in stroke management. Therefore, for heart health, you need Vigor Boost and you need Sea-Buctane Berry Oil. I don't want to talk about Sea-Buctane Berry Oil now because someone already talked about it. But you know that Sea-Buctane Berry Oil is the only oil that is rich in omega-3, 6, 7, and 9. And therefore, if you are talking about longevity now, that is maintenance. You want to maintain your blood vessels till you get old. You don't want to go down with any of these cardiovascular disorders. You want your liver, your other internal organs to be at their best or optimal functioning conditions. You need to put into use, you need to use these medicines, Vigor Boost, Sea-Buctane Berry Oil, and Calcium. And so I rest my case here, waiting for questions. Thank you very much.
Wow.
Okay, so so am I the only one that just kept my mouth like, really? Like,
wow.
really? Really,
Wow.
it's been enlightening. Thank you so much. As in, Dr. Clifford, that's amazing. Like, the way you came forward, the way you presented it, and the way you convinced beyond every reasonable confusion that these are the healthcare supplements to have in your house. Wow. That's amazing. So people, I want you to tell him thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And you're going to get the recording. Yes, you get the recording. It will be uploaded on YouTube and you'll get it. But thank you so much. And someone is asking what's the publication. I'm sure he would want to share any publication where where this supplement or the snake genitals has been used. He's going to be sharing it with us and we'll get to read it for ourselves and get to see. But thank you so much. That's really been enlightening.
You're welcome.
Very thank you, thank you. Dr. ID, please thank him for us.
I am already thanking you. Chai.
Okay, we have so many questions here actually. Our questions are just too much today, so we're going to try to see how we're going to catch up with it. But before I just move on to the questions, people, there is something he said when Dr. Clifford was presenting. He said you will use the supplement as an adjuvant to whatever medical indications you are giving out there. So for the stroke, you're going to still go for your physiotherapist, you still go for your antihypertensive, and for every other medical prescription that is out there. Then you use this to supplement, not to use this and treat. Please, we are not here to give you that form of, you will get the YouTube link. We're not here to give you that form of medical prescription. No, we are not prescribing here. We are telling you add this in the place of this. So thank you very much, Dr. Clifford. Thank you very much, Dr. Chinon. So you did amazing to every product we have presented here. So As we are telling him thank you, let's go over and start answering questions. We have so many questions. Dr. ID is at the other end to help us with it. So we are going to just start very fast with the questions.
Okay.
Okay, so doctor, let's start with Mr. Dr. Chinonso. I hope you are here for us.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Are you okay? Better. Can cordyceps be used as supplement for asthma?
Okay, yes, I mentioned that it can be used as supplement for asthma. Yes, it can. It can be used for asthma.
Okay.
Remember, it's a
Please,
supplement,
doctor.
so that doesn't. Can you hear me?
Okay, continue. Yes, sir. Continue,
Okay,
boss.
so that doesn't mean you won't continue with your drugs or your inhaler, but it can be used as a supplement. Yes.
Amazing. And while you are taking the supplement of you need supplements for asthma, I would like to encourage you pick Longrich Mouth Fresh. Longrich Mouth Fresh is really good in preventing asthmatic attack. We've not gotten to the Mouth Fresh yet, but in case you don't want to get everything together, Longrich Mouth Fresh helps prevent asthmatic exacerbation. So we also have, does cordyceps cause constant urination? That's someone's question. Dr. Chinos, are you there?
That's the cordyceps capsule. Well, I can't really say that it causes constant urination, unless maybe there is something in the bladder taking care of. So because of that, you're not having the effects of constant urination. But from this, there is no side effect or any thing that leads to constant urination from cordyceps. No.
Okay, thank you very much. Someone is asking how often will this continue? Let me take the questions one by one, but trust me, we are here for you to make you understand better. Please, can Longrich fertility products be taken alongside with other fertility medication given by my doctor? Dr. Clifford, that is for you.
Yes. Well, thank God this is a very wonderful question. I have been running a fertility clinic for a long time now. And I can tell you that one amazing thing in the results that we have been having, one amazing thing in the results we've been having is that natural products have been giving me better results than even our prescription medicines. At least as a pharmacist, as an expert on medicine, so I have access to them. But at a point, I was not getting results, my expected results. Like now, if we are talking about now to improve ovulation in women, things like clomiphene citrate, all right, which we have a very popular brand like Clomid and a host of other ones. They are failing, and I've been using natural products, and I've been getting fantastic results. Very fantastic results. My patients have been satisfied with the results. So therefore, when we are talking about this libao in the management of infertility in men, especially when it has to do with, boosting of spermatogenesis and a host of other things, all right, I can tell you that these medicines, like libao, added to a few other medicines that we use for the management of infertility, the results are excellent. Like I have what is known as Clips fertility kit. So, and I add libao to it, and then I give it. Yes, I give it to the male. To the men, and then at start, this is at start after do a semen analysis, and then after 30 days do a semen analysis, and libao is wonderful.
Amazing.
Wonderful medicine. Libao is wonderful. Do you understand? So now they can use libao confidently. I'm saying this with confidence, 100% confidence. confidence. I have
Amazing.
a lot
Thank
of,
you.
yeah, you say what?
No,
So
it's
I have a lot
amazing.
of, yes, I have a lot of, consultant gynecologists, obstetricians who come to me. Some of them, their wives, we treated their wives and their wives became pregnant. But they are what? Obstetricians and gynecologists. Because of what we have now, from the approach of what? Natural medicine. So now, what we are talking about, these supplements, now we talk about supplements, they help to do what? To restore the intrinsic body balance, hormone balance. If you like, go and use all of the best. I mean, I don't need to start mentioning the names of brands, all right? So go and use them. You will be wasting your time. Though some of them still work, but the best thing you need to do is to restore the body's balance with these natural medicines. Now, before I used to be a critic. I never believed in these medicines. I never believed in them because, I mean, look at what they taught us in school, and I'll be an expert. Why should we be encouraging these people who are marketing and who are into this MLM and selling supplements that don't work and all of that? Until I stumbled into a particular supplement which I used to treat a patient that had prostate cancer, and it cleared. It was unbelievable. That was what convinced me about these medicines, and that was why I decided to take
we have so many questions.
Right. Okay.
We have
Thank
so
you.
many questions. So when we ask, we'll prefer you just answer, and so that we have so many questions here for you, sir. So many questions here for you.
Thank you.
Okay, so can cordyceps be used for prostate enlargement? Dr. Chinonso?
For prostate enlargement, well, I will really, if for prostate cancer, I would say it's going to help in prostate cancer. For prostate enlargement, I won't really say much about that because I don't really see that. So I advise the person to still, but because cordyceps works like by enhancing the body system. Now, when the prostate is enlarged, because there is a continuous firing of nerve, so or some hormones. So the cordyceps helps to enhance the body's way of repairing itself. So it might play a role, but I didn't really see anything specific about prostate enlargement. But for prostate cancer, yes, it helps because it's a cancerous cell, so it will inhibit the growth.
Yes, so to add to that, cordyceps has been used by the traditional Chinese medicine to shrink cancerous cell and any outgrowth in the body while taking any other treatment prescribed by your physician. So anyone that wants to boost their immunity and also want to shrink any form of outgrowth, yes, you could take that. Then when it comes to outgrowth, cancer, lumps, even fibroid, when someone is asking what Longrich supplement can I give while giving the medical drug, I always tell them Longrich Nutri-V is your go-to plus Longrich Cordyceps militaris, because Longrich Nutri-V is a mixture of food that will just help your cells to regenerate and cut down blood supply to any outgrowth. The first episode, I have shared the link of the YouTube channel in the chat. The first episode, Dr. Ivy also spoke about the Longrich Nutri-V, and it was amazing. We showed you more about that. So anything cancer, outgrowth, you could take the Longrich Cordyceps, yes, very recommended, plus the Nutri-V, and take water from the cup, because alkaline water helps to shrink down cancer. Like, this is scientifically proven that alkaline water, it's very good to shrink down cancer cells, makes your body to be alkalinized and help other parts of every other chronic diseases to be reduced. So those are the combination you could take. So that I will not take most of the cancer questions I'm seeing here again. Then let's come down. Is it good to take the coffee constantly, and can a nursing mother or a pregnant woman take the coffee?
No, because it contains cordyceps militaris. I would say no for a pregnant and a nursing mother. Okay, no for it. Then taking it often, taking it every day, it depends on the body type, but it's decaffeinated, so there'll be no worry about effects of caffeine. But it
Yeah,
depends
yeah.
on the body. But for person that is for nursing mothers and pregnant women, I'll say no because of the cordyceps militaris.
Okay. So someone said, I use salt milk for my children and it's very good. Okay. Please, doctor, a prospect just asked me which of our tea can help with arthritis.
We
Okay,
can't take that
tea.
question, please. We
Thank
can't
you,
take
ma.
that question. Thank you.
Please, which cream is meant for fair people? Dr. Ivy, please, can you help with that? I don't think
Oh,
you guys would know that.
the cream for fair people. It depends on how the fair came about, the fairness, the light skin came about. What Longrich body creams do is to restore your factory setting and then glow your factory setting. So if your factory setting was light skin, that's fair, then you can use our product. But if you were born dark and then automatically you are fair, if you use the Longrich body cream, you would have your factory settings restored, meaning you're going to go back to your
See,
dark. So I would always tell you it depends on what you want. But if you love your skin, like I love my dark skin, and I use in fact, I think I used rejuvenating lotion and I noticed I was getting a little lighter than normal, and that's because that's what the cream does. It enhances your complexion, it lightens you, but it lightens your natural, the one that you were born with. It glows it, not like it will bleach you. It does not bleach. We don't have anything bleaching in Longrich. So please, there are so many other bleaching products out there if you want to light. But if you're naturally light skinned, you can use the salt milk, you can use rejuvenating lotion, it's okay. I know a lot of people say that the rejuvenating lotion is better than the salt milk when it comes to lighter skin people. So you can try that. But other than that, factory settings can be restored. So you can stay away and just use other ones. Thank you.
okay, so thank you. Someone is asking, can an 8-year-old child take Longrich cordyceps militaris? Dr. Chinos, are you here?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, because I can't find you again. Where are you?
He's there. He's
Let
there. I
me.
think it's just the video.
Okay, so while we
I'm
wait
back.
for you to, but we can't find you.
But
Let's
he
take
can
other
respond. He
questions.
can respond.
Yeah, you
He
can
can respond.
respond, sir. Please, you can respond.
Okay, for 8-year-old, the question is why is he or she taking, what's the indication for taking all these areas? That's the question. Why? Is there indication? So is it just you just want to give because just give for giving sake? If that's the reason, I would say no. I would say don't give yet because it was not recommended that children should take it. So the question is, so why is the person giving the 8-year-old the cordyceps military? What is the essence?
Okay.
If there's any issue that they're wrong about,
Okay. To add to that, for cordyceps military, for the cordyceps coffee, children can take it. Actually, it's decaffeinated. And it tastes like palm kernel. Have you ever tasted cordyceps coffee in your house? You should. It has a very sweet palm kernel taste. And because it contains palm kernel, it is. Children can take it. But for the cordyceps, please, the cordyceps militaris itself, except you are treating you are taking it because of something you are treating from the hospital, I will tell you not to just give it to children because it contains high antibiotics, and antibiotics reduce the body immunity. Do you know? So for all of us that go out there, you have small fever, you take typhoid, malaria, everything, all of them put together. You are always lowering down your body immunity. And so don't give cordyceps militaris to children because of that. Okay? No, with this question is too direct. We can't answer this question right here. I'm sorry, please. I'm not taking this again. that was too direct. The fibroid and surgery, we can't take it here. See a doctor, please. So is it safe to take libo by pouring out the content and placing it under the tongue? Dr. Clifford, sir.
That's the liver, right?
Is it good to?
Yes, libao.
The
Is it good to take libao by?
Why would you have to do that? Because the way the medicine has been formulated, immediately you swallow it, disintegration begins to take place, and it's rapid. So you don't need to do that.
Okay, so another question here for you. I think you just answered this. What's the dose for taking the libao? Someone is asking what's the dose for this, like if I want to take it, what's the dose? I think it's
Yes, the dosage of libao is 3 to 4 capsules in the morning, 3 to 4 capsules in the evening.
okay.
Though in the book it stated once daily, but no, the right dose is 3 capsules morning, 3 to 4 capsules in the morning, 3 to 4 capsules in the evening, depending on the severity of the illness. Yes.
Okay, so someone is asking you, sir, and I think I'm actually very interested too in that. I'm also interested in this question myself. Someone is asking, do we have publications of cases with results using these products in any journal? I'm sure you have something related to the snake genitals, the snake. Do you have any publication you could share with us?
Yes, the facts are amazing. I wouldn't just come up here to start telling us all of that if I don't have my facts. Now you need to know that when we are talking about male snake genitals, we are talking about male silkworm moths. Male silkworm moths. That is a kind of species of the snake that was actually utilized in that production that has the male snake genitals that was deployed to use, in the manufacturing of vigor powder snake capsules. We are talking about male silkworm moths. That's the name. Or male bombices.
Thank you.
Yes.
Please, sir, can you type that in the chat? Because I think we need to see it.
All right, you mentioned bioavailability.
Dr. Ivy, you wanted to say something?
Yes. Dr. Clifford mentioned bioavailability for calcium. That's one of he did a bioavailability test. Now, I understand what bioavailability is, but a lot of people do not. So please, Doc, can you explain what's bioavailability so those people will understand the calcium? Because I think that's one of the most important thing I love about that calcium, that bioavailability.
Okay, now when I'm talking about bioavailability, I'm talking about, now let's put it this way, something you take, this is the time. Now we have 1, 2, 3 different medicines from different companies. Now administered at 0 time, all right, 0 time, and then after 1 hour, what is the level of the active ingredients that have now become bioavailable, or that have become available, or that has reached the bloodstream, getting to what? The targets. Now, because every medicine, when taken, must definitely disintegrate, must be dissolved. The solution must be absorbed. It must go through the different barriers, the lipid barriers. All right. Now to reach the bloodstream, where it's being transported to the different tissues that are affected. So it's the bioavailability. Now, if I want to start talking about the bioavailability testing, that one will become grammar, because we have procedures that we follow to be able to reach that. And those ones are done exclusively in our laboratories.
Yes.
And that is why sometimes they tell you, okay, if it's not Panadol, it's not Panadol. Because we have, yes, Panadol is a brand. And then we have other, but we know that what Panadol contains is paracetamol. But there are other excipients that have been added by the manufacturers or formulators to help with the carriage or transportation of the medicine to the target site. That is why when you take this medicine at this time, let's say at 9, and then at 9:15, you're already getting relieved. But some other ones, you take it at 9:30, your case is still the same. It is bioavailability of the medicine to the target tissue that determine that.
By the manufacturers or formulators. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. How long? Okay, so I will just do like 3 questions together so that we'll be fast and we can close this by 8:15. Harriet 8:30. How long how long will a man take libo? How can one know the male patient that is susceptible to enlarged prostate? My concern is in the area of its effect on testosterone, because I earlier said that the libo increases testosterone. So how can I know a male patient that has enlarged testosterone, and how long can someone take the libo for?
Okay, now we always look at, yes, we're always looking at safety windows. As much as possible, every manufacturer will always provide the safety window. You don't just start taking medicines and start taking without caution. All right, whether they are supplements or whatever, they are all poisons when used for a very long time. Therefore, libo or libo, I would say the way I use it, right? I normally ask these people to take from 3 to 6 months at most, under, we always say, strict medical supervision, at least, because if it's in the area of spermatogenesis, it's expected that, you know, I mean, you are scientific about it. At start, this is the result. After a month, this is the result. What is the level of improvement? Now, in between, this is the result. So all of those ones would definitely help to guide us. Now, for the testosterone level, we certainly, you know, the laboratories are there to actually aid us. But most times, the way that testosterone is built up is not rapid. It doesn't build too fast. That is why most times you discover that they build up gradually. And anyone who is handling any case of infertility in men will always certainly be very scientific. You don't work with you don't just work without scientific inclination. The laboratories are there. They help to guide you with the results that that they give to you based on your request from time to time, so that you don't end up causing more problems. And that is why even for the men who are on libo, we always tell them, like I said, the dosage 3 to 4, depending on what the severity of the case or the urgency of the result, and gradually you begin to step it down to maintenance dosage. And with that, the safety window is established.
Okay, amazing. Amazing. Thank you so much for giving so much value. Please, is calcium meant to be taken before or after meal? That is one question. Then someone said, I'm chewing my calcium as you speak, doc. Everyone can open your calcium supplement and start taking it right now. Okay, so you're going to take the 2 together, sir. can women take soluble calcium for fertility, and can it be taken before and after meal, or after meal, or after meal?
There is no hard and fast rule about that of calcium. You can take it before or after meal. It doesn't matter. Because there's, in as much as it has mucoprotective effects, so there's no way it can trigger anything like ulceration. So even the bioavailability is even enhanced before meal, because competition for the active ingredients, all right, for the site of action is reduced when taken before meal. So there's no problem. There's no problem with that. And
Okay.
and because of the zinc constituent or component of it, we still say that it will help. All right, because I have gotten a lot of results with calcium. And now, before I got that, it was one research that I read that opened my eyes to it. And then in one of the Sogon's presentation where I was invited, yes, in one of the Sogon's what is it called, a conference where I was invited to speak, I was able to throw light on that. That see, calcium has a role to play in the management of infertility. Zinc has a role to play in the management of infertility. Iron has a role to play in the management of infertility. So now, soluble calcium, when added to whatever is being used in management of infertility, would enhance, would boost your results. Amazing results.
Thank you, Doc. I know that everybody wants to hear a doctor of natural medicine go on and on and on. And when you give them the floor, natural medicine people all over. We really, really do appreciate this. Thank you so much, Doc. We have seen so many questions coming up, especially with regards to the sperm count and the rest of them. But because of time, people, we will not be able to take all these questions because of time. But I also like to say, looking through the questions, we will say this again. If the name of the challenge is too big, it means that it needs a medical professional attention, not a Longrich supplement. Someone private chatted me asking me for pot disease. I don't even know what pot disease is. That's number one. Let alone explaining to you.
Serious?
Please, we should keep away some kind of question. Keep away some kind of questions. What we are telling you about the supplement is just the basic functionality. And we've said it over and over again. Just take it to boost your self-healing. Take it to boost your self-healing, but do not stop taking that. You can even be taking it and it's helping the ones given to you by a medical practitioner. Okay, so please let's know the kind of question we are asking. Yes, someone is saying that Dr. Clifford will need to come back. Very, very likely he will need to come back. That's what happens when you're a doctor of natural medicine with several years of experience and formulation and all of that. So, Dr. Clifford, there's a question about pregnancy and calcium. The bottle of calcium says it should be taken only from the second trimester. But someone is asking here, why then can't we take it for the entire the 3 trimesters? Or when you recommend? That's what happens when you're a doctor of natural medicine with several years of experience and okay, so please go on, Dr. Clifford. You can respond to that.
Now, you see, every medicine must be used with caution. Because too much calcium as well can lead to hypercalcemia. And that becomes another problem. So in pregnancy, every woman is advised to eat well as much as possible, though we do know that intolerance used to come in between. All right. So, but as much as possible, if the woman eats well, you can get this calcium that your child needs, all right, from your plant sources, not until you have to depend on all of it. The reason why it's always advisable to start adding calcium from the second trimester as opposed to the first trimester. It's not expected that in the first trimester that there should be so much demand on calcium, no, or so much demand for calcium. But from the second trimester, increased demand begin to come in, right? And that is why for those people that need let's say the doctor that is managing them in the antenatal clinic looks at them and perceives that this patient needs calcium support, they place on calcium support. But they should not just outrightly be taking calcium without caution all by themselves, so as to avoid some other unforeseen damages.
Thank you.
Okay.
Please, you have heard it.
Okay.
Do not go and self-administer calcium. Sorry, Dr. Esther, I'll hand over to you now. Do not self-administer, even as a pregnant woman. Please let your doctor recommend it because of the risk of hypercalcemia. Someone also has been saying here, Libal, there's a question asking if Libal is for women. It's strictly for men.
Exactly.
Strictly for men, please. Please, you don't have testosterone and all that. Strictly for men. Liver has nothing to do with women.
Yeah.
And someone also says calcium here occurs naturally and abundantly in walnuts. So if you want natural sources, you can take walnuts, but get to speak to your doctor. All right, Dr. Esther, back to you. Thank you.
Okay, so I think we actually said it so much, and when we have a natural physician in the house, people want to really forget about the other medicine. But please don't forget the goal of this. The goal is not to take Longrich supplements as the drug and you take the place of a medical doctor, but to enhance your body healing system. Let's not forget the goal. And the second thing, someone is asking, can a sickle cell child of 10 years old take Longrich calcium? First, before Dr. Clifford, before you answer that, any child with sickle cell and is less than 18 years old, we're actually very careful in what we give the sick class because of what they have. Do you understand? We explained that last episode, that the sickle cell has a different blood circulation, like the so for that, can the cordyceps militaris capsule be taken alongside with black ginger? Dr. Clifford, let's hear you while you also answer the sickle cell patients case.
What my answer to that is this: in the management of sickle cell patients, there have been lots of breakthrough medications out there that have been proven to be very effective. And I think, if you don't mind, if I have to make mention of one, so that we don't just gamble with medicines, especially for sickle cell patients. Already, you just go on Paradine. Paradine is a natural product that contains even everything that the sickle cell patient needs. And for as long as the patient is on it, that is the end of crisis. I'm not the person behind it. There was a case of someone not too long ago, a doctor who reached out to me and asked me if I had an idea of anything that could be used for that. I just said yes, because there is somebody very close to me. I asked the dad, go get that medicine. Every weekend, the man was always in hospital, 2 of his children on admission. And immediately the man got a carton of that medicine. That was the end. In fact, because of that, he had to start allowing the children to worship with us in our church.
Yes.
So
You are taking us out of Longrich to another product. They will pay for this advertisement you are doing for them in our. Okay, so we have so many questions here, but I think we'll just be very fast about this. We're very fast about this. People, let's bring this to a close. You have to go and do your business. It's time to go and make more money. And yeah, someone says that calcium is not, it's more abundant in walnuts, so you could take that. Can children take calcium? Please, we have said yes, children can take calcium, but depending on the age. Depending on the age. Don't give your toddler calcium, because calcium helps the bone to grow faster and helps calcification. So don't give your toddler calcium, don't give your infant calcium, but a child from above 4 years can take calcium. Please, let's be very fast. So then this supplement for female is called Mengian. I took that last week. So supplement that helps to boost hormonal body, the hormones in libo does is called Mengian, Longrich Beauty Capsule. So you could take that. What's the best supplement for diabetic patients? We handled that last week. But if you want to know why they are taking their anti-diabetic drug, very important, they are watching their meal, they are watching their food. They could also take Longrich Nutri-V supplement. Nutri-V Blue, amazing for diabetic, amazing. I don't want to take too much testimonial here, but I just had one this week, from one of my success line. She was giving someone who had erectile dysfunction and has had diabetes for a long period of time, since 27, and was taking her drug, his drugs very well, but was still tending towards having high blood pressure, high blood sugar. So we gave him Nutri-V Blue and black ginger and libo, and he's not been very effective in the other room for over 3 years. Just yesterday, he just called and said, "What exactly do you give to me?" I'm like, "Are you taking your drug?" He said, "Yes, but my body, I had so much time in the night, so you could give them those things if they had erectile dysfunction while taking their drugs." So what supplements can one use for colon cancer? Hospital test. Hospital, chemotherapy, Nutri-V can help, cordyceps can help, so that we don't take so much time here. Okay, here is time management, please. Okay, can children take berry oil? We've answered that already. Dr. Aidishi, we did,
that was answered last week. We did berry oil last week. They should go and watch the video on YouTube, please. All this was answered. We answered everything here last week. The video, we have taken some products in the past. We have shared the link here. Dr. Esther, please share it again. Catch up on the YouTube video so you don't take us back. These sessions are meant to end at 8 o'clock. We're already 20 minutes past the time. Please watch the YouTube video to catch up on these questions. Some questions are just, I don't know.
I just shared it again for us.
Please go back and watch all the questions you may have that we're asking and we have ignored today. It's because they were answered last week, and that is why we are not, taking those questions again. So please, let's.
Okay, so please, one more question I would like to take for Dr. Noso. Chinoso, are you still here?
Yes, I am. Yes, Doc.
Okay, so please, someone asks a question. What are the constituents of Longrich roll-on? Please, we would really like you to throw a little light.
Okay.
What does it contain?
Okay, I mentioned the fact that most of the components are from natural products. Okay, but they extracted the what do I call it now? Like the biochemical part of it to use to make the roll-on. So that's why they have less allergy. So what I did, I was able to just compare the constituent with the regular ones that we at least one of the best ones that we have over time. I discovered that the difference there is that the other ones, most of the constituents are chemical, like they are synthesized. But for Longrich, they got the constituent from natural. They extracted it. That's what they extracted it from natural products, like from corn, like from okay, so like some of them are the aluminum chlorohydrates. They are trying big names. That's why I didn't want to go into it, because they are trying big names. Because we have mentioned earlier before that I want to go through big medical terms, so that's why I didn't go down to mention each of the countries.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, so someone is, let me really take my medical position here right now. I'm a medical doctor. Dr. Esther Odokai is the name. And when you are asking me for pot disease, to our understanding, and I love public health, pot disease is tuberculosis in the bone. Tuberculosis is a respiratory infection that passes through a bacteria that is so communicable. If you have pot disease, it means you have the bacilli in your blood, in your respiratory tract, and you can communicate it to everyone in your house. Truly, in as much we recommend supplements, the person actually has to not just see a doctor, but get treated free. And here's the good news. The treatment of tuberculosis and pot disease is free in the hospital because public health have given every drug for tuberculosis free of charge. So don't be scared about the money. Don't be scared about the time. Just go down there. And if you are tested positive for tuberculosis, you will be treated. You'll be given the drug for free. So, and taking some, trying to ask what I can use for pot disease here, my expert opinion is please go to a hospital and be treated, not just for yourself, but because your family lives also depend on you spreading or not spreading the disease to them. And if you are treated, be rest assured you are good. You can be rest assured that you cannot transmit it again and you are very, very fine. Someone is asking, can cordyceps militaris be taken for goiter? Before we allow the natural physician and Dr. Chinoso give their final word for us, one of the major constituents for antiperspirant dew is aloe vera. So you could use that. What can be used for genital warts? People, genital warts can be due to HIV and AIDS infection. Go get tested and start taking antiretroviral therapy. But like we said, we do want to go into very plenty medical terms here, medical prescriptions and the rest. And it looks as if people are pushing us so much. So right now, we are asking our personnel to take over. Let's start with Dr. Chinoso so that we can give more time to us. Yes, Dr. Chinoso. What are your final words? What are your final words for us? What are your party words for us?
Oh, okay. I want to really appreciate the host and the co-host, Dr. Esther and Dr. ID, for organizing this. It was really an enlightening one. At least I learned a lot from previous one, and then from today, I also learned a lot from Dr. Well, thank you very much, sir, for giving us your wealth of experience. And then to everyone, I really thank you for being on this call. One thing I always mention is, remember, prevention is actually it's cheaper than cure. It's better to prevent than to always wait for the issue to happen before you now start looking for it. So as much as possible, try and stay healthy, exercise your body, take the supplements that are needed, and there'll be less issue of all this trying to look for cure and for stuff. So work more on the preventive method, especially because of the chronic diseases. Now, because the issue that you don't know when you don't know how they are developing, they take time. So you won't even know. And once you start managing, why not prevent it first instead of trying to manage it? So everyone that is in both for the prospect and for the member, so now you're well equipped to do your business with your product because the product are vehicles. So you're well equipped to educate people, make people understand and see the reasons why we can confidently recommend and say, why not take this for this issue? So thank you everyone once again. Yep, I'm done.
Thank you so very much. Like, I really appreciate you. Me and Dr. ID, we are so delighted that you came on air today to take this. Dr. Chino, so we really appreciate you and we love you. Thank you. Dr. Clifford. But for every other questions we have more episodes coming up for you. Before he speaks, you could always watch the replay on the YouTube channel, Dr. Esther Odotai. That's the YouTube channel, but I posted the last 2 videos there. And when you are there, subscribe to my channel so you get updated on possibly more videos, not just on Longrich products, other supplements and health products. Then also keep your questions down there because we're going to organize them together and have a different episode for you, possibly with with the health physician like you want. But let's hear his parting gift. Sir, what is one thing you can tell everyone about Longrich supplements and healthy living?
Well, I want to start by saying a big thank you to Dr. ID and a happy birthday to you in retrospect. Except that you did not invite us to come and join in
He's
the
owing
enjoyment.
us.
All right.
We
And
are going to celebrate.
Dr. Esther, thank you so much for the opportunity given to me for me to share something with us. I want to say that to everyone that is here or that was here that participated in this particular discussion or lecture, good product knowledge is key to productivity.
Yeah.
Because you have the right product knowledge, there's no mountain you cannot climb. This opportunity was carved out in order for you not to just go out there and somebody is asking you 1 or 2 questions about your products and you will start goofing. After now, I believe none of us will be goofing before our prospects. We will talk like an authority about your products. And you need to also know that, like I said, these supplements are adjuncts. Support are meant to be used as support. Don't turn yourself into doctors. Don't start prescribing like some people used to do. And they will tell diabetic patients, this medicine will treat your diabetes and you will not have diabetes anymore after 1 month. And then the person buys or spends so much to buy all of the medicines, you get the PVs, and then you disappear into thin air. And at the end of 30 days, nothing happens. The fasting blood sugar still remains the same. How do you think that person will feel next time the person sees you? The person will feel so discouraged and will want to continue to do Longrich business. Tell them the truth. We do know that these supplements are very helpful when used the right way. So please, we beg of you, put in your best. Let us move this Longrich business forward. I believe in no time, some of us would be in the, I think they said they are building something for the SDs in Lekki. So everybody should aim to get allocated a building in Lekki as an SD. So look up to become an SD. The sky will not even be your limit. So I wish everyone good success. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Dr. ID. What's passing word for us? Sorry, before Dr. Ida speak, do we have any of our panelists? I think I saw Joy Rich here. I saw her one time. I saw Mercy. Are you still here? I saw.
They can raise their hands if they are here so that we can just bring them up.
Yes, because we'd like to hear from you. Okay, we here? Udrabo. It's okay.
They are not here.
They are not here.
Okay, so
Dr. ID.
I don't have a lot to say. We've been saying it and we'll keep saying it. Longrich products are amazing. They are fantastic. Now, you don't have to be sick to take any of our supplements because they are supplements, right? So you are okay to take the calcium if you're not sick, the atru if you're not sick, the berry oil if you're not sick, the cordyceps. I take the cordyceps at least once a year right? It helps me to supplement because I don't get all the food. The Nutri-V is something you cannot joke with. Okay, the daily care products, why I love them is the fact that, I mean, you're using something on the external, but it's doing so much work protecting your internals. So, Longrich products are not products you cook with. But what we are saying is, do not become a medical doctor. Recommend it. Try to preach preventive more. Don't go prospecting, and the first thing you're asking someone, you're telling somebody is, our products can treat you, our products can treat you. If it doesn't work, they will tell you Longrich doesn't work. Does Longrich work? Yes. Our products, it works. Our business plan works. If it didn't work, we wouldn't be in the business. This is our 8th year. So what we're saying is this simple. Just enjoy the products. Think preventive going forward. Even though you've been ill so many times, think preventive going forward. Enjoy the products, the bicarb, the nutrition. These are all things that you can use as much as you want to. Use those ones. Take the other supplements once in a while, and you will just remain healthy and fresh and young like us. Thank you so much, guys. But seriously, this is the best. You know, I mean, today my son was just saying, why is it that as you grow old, you must use walking stick? Does it not mean that there's something you can do to prevent having to use walking stick when you grow old? I say, yes, there is. Take care of yourself, eat right and supplement right. And that's what we're doing. I don't want to be the person using a walking stick when I get to 80 or 90. I still want to flex. I still want to be able to groove and dance. And I'm happy I have Longrich products to take me there, you know. So thanks, guys. Over to you, Dr. Esther. Thank you.
Okay, so people, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for sharing this. I know you use your money, VIP money, your VIP to get shares and you get Longrich supplements. So the thing I want to point out to you is that why you on this call or watching this video resonates very well with natural living, it's because you were meant to live naturally. You were meant to live a preventive lifestyle. You were meant to survive in the health zone. So as you get your money, you get good products for yourself, which already you are already on a win-win zone. You should know that you are meant to just take, not just taking healthy supplements, but make healthy living a lifestyle. And that's one aim. I use Healthy Dose TV both on YouTube and on video to tell you that coming to the hospital, we make money off your sickness. But what if you were never sick and the only place we make money is when you are coming to give birth to more children? And you can stay healthy if you stay in preventive zone. You don't just take this supplement because you're trying to treat one ailment or the other. And when you are trying to treat these ailments, you are very clear. And people, please be very clear to your prospects, to your customer, why you are giving them this. I am giving you this calcium so that it will supplement your body's natural healing system. I'm giving you this so it's not necessarily to treat it. So thank you so much. Once again, I'll be posting the YouTube link here so you could watch the other episode and you could subscribe to my channel. I would also be inviting us to invite more people next week.
Yeah.
See, next week we have amazing panelists on the story on the 6th. And we'll not tell you which products we are taking, but we want this house to be full. We have a 500 seating capacity. Let's get it full. We'll give out the link at least 2 days before the time so you could spread the information and you will get this recording immediately at 3 hours after this has come to an end. So thank you very much. You can unmute yourself now and tell our panelists thank you. Unmute yourself.
Thank you, Dr. Thank you, doctors. Thank you,
Dr.
Esther, for
Heidi.
putting up
Thank you,
this.
Dr.
Thank you, Dr.
Rebecca.
Dr.
Anne.
Thank
Clifford.
you.
Thank you,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Thank you. You had an amazing time.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you,
Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you
God
all.
bless.
Thank you. We
God
appreciate
bless you.
you. God bless
Thank
you.
you.
God bless you.
We really do appreciate all of you. God bless.
Appreciate you all.